because the rest of your savings is in Dogecoin.
Yeah. So like I had $5,000. I put into Dogecoin, and then it shot up to $20,000. I didn't sell. My girlfriend was like, "Sell." I was like, "No, it's gonna go to $1." I didn't sell, and then I sold when it reached like $9,000. So I made like $4,000, but I could have like $20,000.
So how much was left in there afterwards, after you sold?
I think it was close to 9,000. Then I put it back.
Peaked right about, looks like what, May 6th? Yep.
Yeah.
And then that's around then's when you got your 8.
Yeah.
And then you put it back in, and since then, though of course it's gone down, up, it has been historically down.
Yeah.
This $5,000 has turned into a total of $1,645. So, great investment, right? And there's money. I'm okay with gambling in general, but you do that on like a very small percentage of your money, you know? But you went, I don't even know what what did your savings look like in February of 2021?
That's all I had.
This was all of your money at the time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna title this video, "Put All His Money in Dogecoin."
My name is Caleb. I'm 24, and I am from Congo, but I moved to the U.S. 6 years ago for college, and I live in Austin now.
Where'd you go to college?
UNC Charlotte.
Okay, and then what brought you to Austin from there?
I was here like a year ago to visit some friends, and I like the city. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna move here.
What do you do for work here?
I work as a development associate for a nonprofit.
Okay. Okay, is that remote or are you in person for that?
It's in person.
And what do you bring in a year with that?
I make $37,200, I think. That's before tax.
$37,200.
Yeah.
That's pretty low for Austin.
I know, but like the thing is, like, I studied political science, so I knew I wasn't gonna make that much money. But the plan was to get my degree in political science, and then work for a year, and then go back to school to get my MBA in finance. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to hear immediately about your living situation, though, making this little in Austin.
Yeah, so like I was living like a student apartment, so I was paying like $750. Then I moved to like a temporary place. Right now I pay like $600. I'm there because my apartment wouldn't like extend my lease for 3 months because I gotta move, go to Omaha. So I got fund that place, and I'm paying $600 now.
Okay, $600 now until you move out?
Yeah, I'm gonna move out next month. I'm gonna go to Omaha. I'm gonna be there for 2 months with my girlfriend.
Okay.
And then I'll move to Boston, Louisiana, because I'm gonna go to Louisiana Tech.
For the MBA?
Yes.
Wow, all right. So you're just everywhere. You were bouncing. And this Omaha, this one's just, it's not for work, it's for your girlfriend?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there for like a month and a half.
And are you quitting your job?
I have to, because like I am an international student, so we get 1 year of like working permission, and it's gonna expire like in October 10. So I have to stop working.
Gotcha.
If I don't want to get in trouble.
So what are you living on?
I bring home like $2,600, and then.
But just that, nothing from like saved up before coming here, nothing from the family.
No, so like. When I was a student, I was getting an allowance from my parents. It was like $1,000 a month, and I was working at the gym. I was making like $600, so that was kind of paying for my expenses. And when I graduated, my dad was like, "Okay, now you're on your own, but I'm gonna go back to school and I won't work."
So they support you during grad school?
Yes, they're gonna give me allowance again.
Very good.
And I'm gonna get a job too at the gym.
Very good. Is that allowance paying for tuition or just living?
So in November, I'm gonna get $30,000 from my dad. That's gonna cover my living expenses for like a year. And then
$30,000 is a lot for a year, just for living.
Yes, but I'm gonna live on half of it. I'm gonna save the rest, and then they're gonna pay for my tuition. It's not that expensive. That's why I pick Louisiana Tech. It's gonna be $25 for like a year and a half. So that's really low and cheap.
How much was undergrad, and was that paid for by the parents as well?
Yes, it was $45.
Very well. Okay, so $45 for the full 4 years?
No, for 2 years. I went to community college for 2 years, and that was like $5,000 a semester.
So $45 for 2 years.
Yeah.
That's a bit.
Yeah, it is.
But it was completely paid for by the parents. Yeah. What do the parents do to be able to provide such an awesome experience for their kid?
So my dad is a real estate investor, and a pastor in my home country. So he does pretty good for himself.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really good. Wow. So let's take a look at your checking account. So this is from June 9th to July 8th. $172 was the beginning balance, which immediately makes me nervous. I would be terrified having less than $200 in my checking account in such an expensive city, even with a low rate of $600. But still, deposits of $4,205. ATM and debit card subtractions of $315 and other subtractions of $3,395. With a service fee of $20 taken away, you had an ending balance of $646.16. Now that's a little more comfortable, but still under $1,000 for your checking account. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't really use my checking account, so it doesn't bother me because like what I do is I move my money from my checking to my saving account, and I only use my credit card, which I pay. I mean, I wasn't paying, but now I pay like every month.
Wasn't paying?
I mean, I was paying like the minimum payment because like I got like 2 credit cards and I had like a year without interest. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to pay the minimum.
Okay.
And then one of the card, like, I think that thing going to end like this month, but I paid it off already. So I have one left.
I'm glad to hear that. And I'm glad the habit of only making the minimum monthly payments didn't carry over. So that's good. What we have here, online banking transfer from savings, brought in from savings, brought in from savings, brought in from savings, and then your payroll of $1,154, other payroll of $1,164, more banking on the savings transfer, $616. So these are deposits.
Yeah.
Now, the savings, why are you transferring from your savings into your checking account here? I know you put money back, but why did you transfer
how much was
almost $2,000 in total? 200, 119, 732, and 616.
Maybe it was to pay rent and some other expenses.
But you're pulling from your savings to do that.
Yeah, so I'm not very disciplined. So what I do is like when I get my paycheck, I move it like immediately to my saving. Then I have to take it back to pay for rent.
Your whole paycheck you immediately move?
Yeah,
into savings?
Directly, yeah.
Now, why do you do it like that? What's the mindset?
I just like to see my saving growing, I think.
Yeah, but you immediately have to take away from it.
I know, but it's just like a mental trick that I have.
All right, so I have you at, with that $200 a year.
Yeah.
$2,319.50 a month after all taxes and with anything else as well. So when it comes to that's checking, that were deposits. Then you also, for your spending, we're about to see this trend happen quite a bit. Someone doesn't like to go get food or cook food, it seems like, because we have Uber Eats, we have Uber Eats now, we have Uber Eats and Uber Eats now. This is just checking. We have a few credit cards to go through.
Yeah.
But even still, that's an expensive amount of Uber eating. That's $100 of Uber eating plus an extra Uber trip as well. Then you transfer to savings $335, $732, so you kind of replenish that. Again, really interesting way to do it. Then you transferred it again for $1,000. You paid off some credit cards, and that's pretty much it. Now, we are going to see in other things like your credit card spending, lots of transportation services from Cap Metro, which is the transportation network here with buses and trains, and then also lots of Uber tripping. So you do not own a car, I'm taking it.
I sold my car before coming here in Austin.
So you sold it back in
North Carolina, yeah.
Why? We're such a driving city.
It was like a 2004 Mazda. It was gonna die anyway, so like I sold it for like $3,000. Then I figured I wouldn't need a car for a year, like just to sacrifice a little bit. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't mind, taking the bus.
Did you own that car outright though?
Yes, I paid her cash.
Okay, well I'm definitely good with that. But with the amount of Uber tripping you're doing, if you already owned a car in cash, I think it would have made more sense to keep it until it at least died.
Yeah, well, I was thinking like how I'm gonna drive in 2004 from North Carolina to Texas.
Oh, from North Carolina to Texas?
So I was like, that's not worth it. So I just sold it.
I don't know enough about cars to know the safety around that. They're gonna have to say in the comments, but I don't know that. I do know a lot of people around here drive cars on daily drivers in that age range, and I know a lot of people in the comment sections have also mentioned having cars in that age range. As for like half country road trip, not 100% sure, but. Yeah, I don't know, with the money you're spending on Ubering and, I mean, let's pretend like it would just get here safely.
Yeah.
Just assuming, because, it's a car and it's meant to.
Yeah.
In 2004, no one's happy about that, but it's not like it's, like, aggressively dangerous. How many miles were on the thing?
I think, like, 150, I think.
Oh, okay. I mean,
it wasn't that bad for college, but I figured, it's not going to hurt me to, like, live a year without a car.
Well, I wouldn't say it necessarily hurts you, but a lot of your money is going to Uber tripping, though. Yeah. And that wouldn't have to happen if you had your car.
Yeah.
Now, it would be different if you owed on that car and you sold it to get rid of that debt and you're taking the sacrifice of, busing and stuff. Even the busing, all these like $3 charges almost, they're kind of adding up. I did not do the math beforehand in terms of like, because I don't know how much you would be driving, but I'm really curious with the Ubering that you're doing, the busing you're doing, what it would cost on maintenance on that car and gas. I'd love to see the cost comparison, but we don't have that. But
yeah,
it's an interesting thing.
I think I pay like $40 a month on bus.
Bus, but then Ubering on top of that.
Yeah, I go out sometimes, but not that much.
Yeah. So credit score of 740.
Yeah.
Pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It increased from 626 just a year ago, so pretty good there.
Yeah.
And you did that with like credit cards and stuff?
Yeah, I have like 5 credit cards and I had like debt on all of them, but last year I paid like 3 of them. And then last month I paid like the biggest one. So now I have like 800 on my credit card.
Okay.
But I'm going to pay that off in November when I get the money.
November? Oh, that's a while away, actually. I don't like that, but we'll get to that. So, savings started with $6,054. You deposited $1,675. Then you took out $1,199. Left with a balance of $6,530. So, you have more than you ended with, but the way you do it is weird.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. It actually, for me, makes it even harder to track. Like, if I were to just... Because I want to log into my checking account and just see things simple. Yeah. And then my credit card's simple. But when you're transferring back and forth, just like, all right, transfer everything to savings. But then when rent comes out, I have to transfer it back to checking. It just makes it more complicated.
I think when I leave money into my checking, I spend it. So I don't like having money into my checking.
Okay.
So I don't spend it.
Good. I'm glad you recognize that mindset and you're able to recognize that and you took a proactive approach to then counteract that. So... I definitely appreciate that. That's
like good. The bank charge like money if you take the money from your saving account too many times. So that's why I don't really do it that much. But I move the money into the savings so I don't spend it when I have it in my checking.
On the same concept of spending money in your checking account, if you see it, does that work for credit cards as well? Do you feel like you're spending more because of credit cards?
Probably, yes.
That is the natural approach.
Yeah, but I'm still cautious. I don't spend a lot. So I give myself like $200 every month to spend on credit cards. It's kind of a lot, but I save a lot too. And I don't know.
You spend much more than that on credit cards.
Every month?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
$200? Incredibly optimistic. But let's just finish the savings. Well, really nothing to say there. We already went through the back and forth. So let's get an easy credit card that fits your little $200 fantasy a little better. You only spent $12.50 on this one. Not too crazy. This is your Bank of America card. This one's paid off every month.
Yes.
And what did you do? You didn't do anything. There wasn't. The purchases. There's just a couple bus trips. $2.50 each time. Again, these will start adding up, but $12.50 of bus trips on this. Not crazy. And then you just paid that off. Again, a card that's a little more helpful to your $200 a month. Didn't do that much here. You had transactions of $26.42. Not crazy.
Yeah.
Looks like you had a refund, and then you also had a payment, and you do have a balance of, at the time of this, I assume it's just paid off.
It's paid off, yes.
Yeah, $6.44. We cheated on Uber Eats, and we had 2 DoorDashes. And then some Thundercloud subs. So we had, within the month, 5 Uber Eats in the checking account, maybe 4, and now we're having 2 DoorDashes here, so now we're up to 6 or 7. But we're just getting started.
Yeah.
When it comes to what we're doing for shopping for food. So here's an interesting one, and I really want to hear what you say about this balance. Mm-hmm. This fits in your $200 a month purchasing thing. We're probably up to $100 if you had the $72 here. So you're halfway to the $200. $72 of purchases, payments of $64.00. Why, sir, is there a balance of $1,257 on here? Why is that not paid off?
Oh, I mean, I paid that off.
It is paid off?
Yes, but the thing is, so my last semester of college, I was supposed to graduate in spring, and my dad gave me the money for that. But after talking to my advisor, I had like one more class to take, and I didn't want to ask my dad for money, So I just took this credit card and paid for that.
But this is paid off?
Yeah, I paid it off last month.
Last month?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Good. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Because you just essentially made a minimum monthly payment at the time of the statement, but then you went and paid it off. Very good.
Yeah.
But we're adding another Uber Eats, taking it to 8 now. And so, now we're at 8. We're over a week of eating out. What is Austin Corporate H? Because there's a lot of payments of that.
Austin Corporate
H. Yep.
H?
Yeah, Austin Corporate H. Is that also transportation? It says travel entertainment, so I can't tell.
Can I see that?
Yeah.
Probably the bus. I don't know.
$20, but I see it on multiple accounts, and it adds up a lot. But again, this credit card, not too crazy. Now, here's what breaks your $200 by an insane amount. Purchases on your Citi custom cash card, $1,438. Believe it or not, that's a little more than $200.
Yeah.
That's purchases done within the statement.
That's for like 5 months, 3 months.
From 7/13 to 8/10.
Oh yeah, that includes like rent, I think.
Put your rent on a credit card?
Yeah.
But you said rent's only $600.
Yeah. And
so there's $900 more spent.
That's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. It's a lot more than $200.
Yeah.
Okay. Previous balance, $833. Made payments of $1,270. You did have credits of $237. Additional purchases of $1,438. Then $815 was the remainder balance. Is this the one that still has a balance today?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the only credit card that has a balance.
And it's the $815 that you can't pay off?
I mean, I can pay it, but...
I was going to say, you have that much in your savings. Is this accruing interest right now?
No.
When does the interest start?
I think next summer.
Next summer? Okay, cool. And then you're paying this off when you get your...
Yes, in November, yeah.
Okay. If you want to do that, that's fine. So it was thank you points that were redeemed. That was some of the redemption money of $220. Lots of Cap Metro, $250, littered all throughout here. But then we're taking our eating out from 8 to 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 within a month. So almost every day, some purchase of eating out.
Jeez.
That's expensive for $37,200 a year. We have Chick-fil-A, Uber Eats, Thundercloud subs, Jimmy John's, Thundercloud subs, Cava, pizza, some tacos, gyros, Friends Bar, more pizza, tacos, gyros, Jenny's, more pizza, P. Terry's, and Lula. And again, Austin Corporate H for $139. We don't know what that is, and that makes me nervous. What is $139 that's being taken off your credit card? Added to your credit card, I should say.
I think that should be my. So So like what happened is for my rent, it's $600, but I had to pay like 130 something because I moved in like on the 25th. I think that's the rent money, but I'm not sure
Okay.
because like I had to pay like 120 something for moving in earlier.
Well, then there was some on the other card as well, so it's split between cards.
That doesn't make any sense.
It
Yeah.
doesn't, and you should figure that out because I couldn't
Yeah.
find anything online of what that is. But you really should figure out where like $150 is just being plucked away from you.
Yeah, that's not normal.
Yeah, we don't like that. But what's up with that eating out, dude? Almost once a day. What is up?
Yeah.
Because just this eating out alone is well above your $200 a month you limit yourself to on a credit card.
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, I really like eating. I don't know, I just love food. I love eating a lot. And
Food's good.
yeah, I don't really like cooking.
Do you like money?
Yeah.
Money's good too.
Yeah, I know. But like, I mean, I kind of save a lot of money though. Like,
You do, but what concerns me is if you said I spent like $1,000 a month going out to eat, I'd be like, that's a lot of money. But you know how much you're spending. But you said you spend no more than $200, and here you're spending $1,000 going out to eat a month.
$1,000.
Probably is what it breaks down if you break it between everything.
Jesus.
Because these aren't exactly cheap trips you're always going on. They're not overly expensive either, but the Uber Eats ones are like $25 each time, and they just keep coming.
Yeah, that's unacceptable. That's a lot of money.
I'm glad you recognize that. That's good. That's good. The unacceptable part is you didn't know.
Yeah.
And $1,000 a month, $12,000 of $200 a year. That is also extremely aggressive for just one category of fun to be spending within your budget. I do like how much you're saving, but remember, do you really save a lot though? Because what happened? You put a bunch of money in, but you took a bunch of money out. Only a couple $100 was left in there, extra.
Yeah.
We can't consider that saving a ton. When you're taking all of it back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's bad. But like, I mean, like right now, so like this is the thing. So by November, I should have $11,000 saved up. Because right now in my saving, I have maybe like 7 something.
Mm-hmm.
And then my next 2 paychecks for like the next 2 months, I'm gonna go directly to my saving because I don't have any expenses. Because I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna move to Omaha, and then I have like PTO that I didn't take. I'm gonna get paid for that, and then I'm gonna work online for my last 2 weeks. So I'm not paying any rent. I'm not paying anything. So I'm just gonna move everything into my savings. So that would equate to $11,000 by November.
I like the plan. Do the plan, commit to the plan, but the best way to do that is to know what you're spending your money on. The fact that you didn't gets in the way of future plans like that. So just you have to be really disciplined.
Yeah.
And I think you can do that, and that's really cool. And I want to give you 10 thumbs up for that. But in order to do that, you do have to track a little better, and it's very clear that you do not have a budget.
I mean, I do, but I don't follow it.
You don't have a budget that you follow. Okay, so you don't have a budget.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I would go to money, but I don't know.
A lot of money.
That would be so pissed.
That's actually really interesting because he does subsidize your life a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it has to. Like international student, we can't work when we are like studying. It's illegal, so we cannot work. I just can't get a job or like Target or something. So I have to get allowance from my parents.
Yeah, which I'm cool with. I love support the parents. But you just said he'd be pissed if he knew you were spending $1,000 and he's just giving this money. He is.
Yeah, I mean, he's in North Carolina right now.
And then I'm glad you're paying this off when you get that allowance. It's not even like your money, but but I'm glad that you will not be holding a balance.
No, I won't.
So you have no car loan right now. You have no student loans. Is the only debt to your name this credit card?
Yes.
Okay, it's not much. But what's weird is the other aspect of your savings.
Yeah.
Because the rest of your savings is in Dogecoin.
Yeah. Yeah, that was dumb. I regret it. every single day.
Every single day. Wow. So yeah, this performance looks like you bought at. This is on all. Okay, what was this date?
That's Cordano.
What was the date of this purchase? Do you know?
I think it was December. I think.
December. Is that when it peaked?
I think that was December or November.
Now, how much did you put in total in the Dogecoin?
So like I had $5,000. I put into Dogecoin, and then it shot up to $20,000. I didn't sell. My girlfriend was like, "Sell it." I was like, "No, it's gonna go to $1." I didn't sell, and then I sold when it reached like $9,000. So I made like $4,000, but I could have like $20,000.
So how much was left in there afterwards, after you sold?
I think it was close to 9,000. Then I put it back.
9,000. You put it all back in?
Yeah. Now it's down.
Oh. So, I'm sorry, I just want to make sure I understand. At the peak, how much did you have in Dogecoin of your own money?
I had $5,000.
$5,000, which turned into 9, and then you kept the 9 in there. Or you took it out and then you put it back in?
Yes.
Okay. So $5,000, which would make up 40% of your savings. Mm-hmm. It peaked in May, and you bought in December?
No, like I first bought in 2021, like February or something like
February. Okay.
Yeah, that's when I put $5,000.
Yeah, that's when the memes really started taking off in January, and then peaked right about, looks like what, May 6th? Yep.
Yeah.
And then that's around then's when you got your 8.
Yeah.
And then you put it back in, and since then, though of course it's gone down, up, it has been historically down.
Yeah.
Oh man, it would have been, because with where it was in like March, yeah, February is a little up compared to today, but if you bought in March, only a month later, and held from there, I think you would actually technically be up now, even though not much.
Yeah.
But yikes. Yeah, so, okay. As far as investments go, this $5,000 has turned into a total of $1,645. So, great investment, right?
Yeah, I regret that. Every single day. I'm like, what did I do?
A negative 66.33% total return. Even just within a day of taking this screenshot, you lost almost $20. Over 1%. Dude. So what got you into the craze in the first place? Because you have nothing else that screams memes or Wall Street bets. What got you in here?
YouTube. I mean, I was just watching a bunch of YouTube videos and people were talking about meme stock. I was like, hey, let me try that. And then I tried. I put $5,000, shot out to 20,000. I was like, Jesus. But I didn't sell. Yeah.
I will never tell you to buy meme stock, so subscribe to me.
Yeah, that's what happened. You know, it was just a craze. Everybody was talking about it, and I bought into it.
And there's a part of me that's, well, there's fun money, and there's money. I'm okay with gambling in general, but you do that on like a very small percentage of your money, you know? But you went, I don't even know what did your savings look like in February of 2021?
That's all I had.
This was all of your money at the time?
Yeah.
I'm going to title this video, Put All His Money in Dogecoin.
I mean, I managed to save $5,000, then I put it all in crypto. Yeah, I was in college too.
And out of all cryptos into Dogecoin. I am very happy that you've matured since then, because you've put money into a general savings. Yeah. Which is, you know, for all the bullying I could do on this Dogecoin stuff, you know, let me give you a pat on the back for, you know, doing good stuff.
I mean, it's not money that I need right now, so I'm just like,
The thing is, so I want to like say what I would do in this situation, right? Mm-hmm. The loss sucks. There's like the sink cost fallacy where you want to just hold it to return some of it. Yeah. But the thing is, with the support from your family, with the, what was it, $6,000 in savings? 7,000? Yeah. No, 6,000. Wow, I don't know. You're in an incredibly privileged position in life where I can actually I would say if I was in that same privilege, if I was sitting on that side of the table, this 1,645, it's not going to do anything for you.
Yeah.
So is there really a harm in just
selling everything?
And just that's just also a bad use of money. So that's okay. So where I'm torn is you don't need this. This doesn't matter to you.
Yeah.
But at the same point, if you did have one sunk cost bad, I wouldn't make investing decision on holding something because you lost money.
Yeah.
So, and then on the other hand, I would also rather this $1,645 be working for you, and this isn't necessarily because who the heck can predict what Dogecoin's doing? I think it just kind of comes down to your gut.
Yeah, I mean, I told myself I'm just gonna live there, and if it goes back up, I'm just gonna take my money out and never invest in crypto again. I'm done.
Yeah. I'm okay if crypto in general, Ethereum, Bitcoin's like 5% of your overall portfolio.
Yeah.
This was 40%. Well, this was 100% at the time.
Yeah. That was everything.
And even at its value today, not even just based on what you put in, but even at its value today, so it's still a pretty large chunk of your portfolio. So what I would do if I was sitting over there, I would sell it. I would put it in my savings account so you can get yourself to whatever it takes to live off of for 6 months when you're in your grad school program, and I would keep it in there. I would probably have like $10,000 in your savings account, and then from there, any extra money you can, I would invest more into index funds, stuff like that. That would be incredible. I think you'd be happy with that. And if you're able to do that now, you'd be buying at a discount. It still might be going down from here, and for who knows how long, but it will certainly at some point be higher than it is now. So, and we can say that with confidence because guess what? If the S&P 500 is never higher than it is now, then there's no point of all of this.
Yeah.
That means the country has collapsed. The economy doesn't exist anymore. So at least with that, we have more confidence. Bitcoin, we can't say anything. So I'd rather have this money work for you. But again, with your extreme privileged position, which is not a bad thing, let me be clear. Privilege does not necessarily mean a bad word. Yeah. I'm just saying for context, with your privileged position, this doesn't matter. So really what you want to do with it.
Yeah. So this is the plan that I have. So like I said, I will have 11 grand if I stick to my plan by November. And I want to take half of what my dad's going to give me, 15,000. So that's 25. And I want to buy a condo. I want to invest in real estate because that's what my dad does. I'm like, this thing works. So I want to buy a condo in the Midwest.
Does he own here in the U.S.?
No, in Congo.
All in Congo, okay.
Yes. So I want to do that. I want to buy a condo in the Midwest, like Milwaukee or whatever, and start investing in real estate.
Why condo?
I mean, I would like to get a house, but you need to put 20% down, and if I only have 25, there's no. I mean, you can find houses for 100,000, but they're not in good shape.
The bank will still probably want you to put 20,000 or 20% down on a condo if it's an investment property.
Yeah, but you can find a good condo for 100,000. Yeah.
So one of my investment properties is a condo, and that property I regret purchasing for a few reasons, but a condo being a big part of it, because the condo association, which I have essentially no say in, decided to raise its rates and cut my cash and cash return by a few percent. That's what I don't like about condos. Condos can say, the condo association can say, we need to redo the pool, or we need to redo the roof. Everyone needs to owe an extra $10,000 this year. You can pay it over the course of the year if you want to, but everyone has to pay it. That's what I don't like about condos. Every condo situation is different. I don't want to generalize all of them, but those are the risks. So as long as you're very educated about the purchase you're going into. Also, oh man. Okay, so you want to get into a cheaper condo. Cash flow.
It's either that or I save more money, and when I finish grad school, move to Omaha and buy a duplex.
It might make more. Well, I would like the house hacking aspect of that.
Yeah.
If you lived in a side of the duplex, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I do. I like that plan more for a couple of reasons. I like the house hacking to get started because I would rather you own your primary residence before getting into a rental property, and there are, even if you're not managing the rental property, there are stresses that come with it still.
Yeah.
And having that stress while in grad school, I don't know if that's the best, just on a personal side.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think that should necessarily stop you, but since you've laid out the two options, I like option B more. Makes sense. And you could either put that in a high yield savings account until you purchase that, or you could take some of it, put it in some index funds as well, because by the time you're done with grad school, the economy may recover, the stock market may recover, who knows? That's that's a little more of a short-term risk.
I prefer put it into I open like a SoFi account, so I'm just gonna put it there because it's like 2% like return. So.
Yeah, which in normal times keeps up with inflation-ish. Normal times, of course, we're not in those times, but that's okay. But no, option B, I like.
Okay.
Do you have any other money on the side anywhere besides what I've seen today?
No.
Any other debts?
No.
Okay, very good. I want to hear about your financial goals then, and then your plans to get there. We kind of already started to touch on that. So,
So I want to get into real estate because I like the business. So my plan is have my 25 that I will have if I stick to my plan, and then also save some money when I'm going to be in grad school and use that to buy a duplex and then just keep doing that. Just keep doing that until I can replace my salary because my goal is not to really work in finance. Like my passion it's politics. That's what I want to do. I want to be a politician in my home country, but I want to make money before I do that. That's why I'm getting my degree in finance, so I can work in finance for 10 years, and when I'm 35 or 36, I can quit my job and go become a politician back home. Yeah, but I want to make money with real estate.
That's a pretty long process. I can't speak for the, real estate situation over there, but in the United States, it takes a while to snowball that into true cash flow that you can sustain your life on.
Yeah, I think...
decades.
Maybe I'm not being realistic, but I'm giving myself 10 years. I don't know.
If you play it incredibly smart, if you put everything towards it, you'll get a cash flow. Okay.
It's a poor country in Central Africa, so it's pretty cheap to live there.
The average annual income is $785.
Yeah.
So what would it take for you to live a wealthy life there on a monthly basis in terms of cash flow? If you could give me a number.
If you have $3,000 a month, you're gonna have a good life. If you have $3,000 in Congo, you're gonna live like an upper class middle person in the U.S.
You could get there in 10 years, I think.
But if you want to be super rich, 10,000, you're gonna have a lavish lifestyle.
Oh, 10,000.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could do 10,000 in 10 years. You could play it right. You could take the sacrifices. You could do things. You would have to get your income up dramatically.
Yes.
Which I think, when you go into the business world.
Yeah.
Tell me what you're gonna do with this MBA.
I'm getting my MBA in finance. So the plan is I want to work as an investment banker, but that's kind of hard to get into.
It's hard to get into, and people exit that pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's hard to get into. But if not, I just want to get a job where I can make a lot of money. I don't really care what it is. Let's just get a job that can, hopefully 6-figure. That would be nice. But I don't really have a goal for that. I don't want to do that. I want to be a politician.
Now, maybe on this politician front, you can educate me in the audience because, other than just general relative history and geography, I don't know much about DRC. How will the people of your country react to someone running for political office who gets their money from real estate outside of the country?
How are people going to react to that? They don't need to know, I guess.
Would they not know?
They don't have to. That's your personal business. But
maybe town politics are different there, but here everything is known, or at least uncovered. There's nothing personal, private.
You need to disclose your financial situation before you can run for office. But people don't care about those things.
No. Okay. I'm genuinely curious because if a U.S. politician here, all their income was coming from owning assets overseas, all of their income.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with some international, whatever for diversification, but all of their income, they'd probably get some heat.
Yeah, probably not all of it. I also want to do some things in Congo, maybe have a business over there. But I want to build because property in the US go up more than Congo.
Sure.
So I think it's better for me to have houses here than in my home country. And also in Congo, it's hard. Like, we don't have a mortgage system. So, like, you gotta, like, build your own house, and it takes a long time. In the US, you can have a mortgage, you know. You give them 20%, they give you, like, a house and stuff.
There's no international banking that can be taken advantage of? I'm pretty ignorant on that subject.
In Congo? I mean, we have some banks, but, like, the rates are crazy. Like, I was talking to my dad.
Just for the extra risk?
Yeah, like the bank asked him, like, we're giving, like, 55% interest. It was like, that's not possible.
There's many countries on the African continent who are, you know, kind of ready to economically explode, like China. Ones who aren't in the resource curse.
Yeah.
DRC, I heard, is pretty resource curse.
Yes. There is no... Congo's like the worst of the worst.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, imagine what it would be like to own a lot of the real estate. Well, they can't technically own the real estate, but be a part of the real estate economy in China before the economic explosion and where they're at today. That'd be cool if you're in that situation, but get stuck in the resource curse is hard to get off. But and again, pretty ignorant on the country other than very broad things.
Yeah, Congo's, I mean, we are like in a bad shape, like political and everything. Like, people are very poor and we have wars going on, so it's not, I mean, at least, I was living in the capital city, we don't have that, but in other part of the country, it's pretty bad. What
makes you want to be a politician there?
It's change stuff. You know, like, I was born very privileged, so, like, my family is kind of rich, so I had, like, a good life, but people around you are, like, poor, you know, that's not a good thing. So I want to help people to have a better life.
Good, that's the answer I wanted to hear. So
yeah, I want to help people to have a better life. Yeah, Congo, it's like, people say the U.S. it's like unequal society, but Congo, it's worse. You have, like, poor of the poor, like the average income is like $700. You know, that's not livable. And you have politicians making like $20,000 a month. You know, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I want to be a politician.
$20,000 a month even here is like pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's like Congress people. That's how much they make.
That's really.
Yeah.
That's their salary.
Yeah, $20,000 a month, and the president makes $2 million a month.
$2 million a month?
Yep.
Man, maybe you should become Congo's president.
There's a lot of money into it. I mean, we have a lot of corruption, so that's why they make that much money. Yeah, Congo, it's in a bad situation.
It's really interesting, but you've inspired me to learn more about it. I love learning about different countries and their economies and stuff like that, so that's really cool. Well, do you have any final thoughts?
No. I mean, I'm just going to try to be more cautious about my finance because, you know, most of the money, it's not coming from me. It's coming from my parents. So I think I should manage my money better, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And he put all his money in crypto, so that is not clickbait, or Dogecoin, actually.
Yeah.
It is not clickbait. Tell them it's not clickbait.
Yeah, don't do that.
Thanks for being here. That's awesome. Yeah. Let Caleb know what you think about his financial situation in the comments below, and if you want to see things like this happen live and chat with me on a daily basis, feel free to join my private Discord, which is linked in the description. Shout out to my 4 Cups of Coffee supporters: Theo Martinez, Mark, Josh Bennett, Clayton006, Tyler Chong, Drew Smith, Timothy Williams, Sam I Am, Jason Spriggs, Nicholas Daly, Tom L, Jay Freedom, and my 8 Cups of Coffee supporters. You are all the best, making the dream come true. Joseph W. Strickland, Anthony, an anonymous supporter, and Sam V03. Subscribe and stick around for more. Thanks.